Welcome to Label Apeel, the home of world-class decorative labels. Today, we're diving into embossing, a finishing technique that transforms labels by adding depth, texture, and a premium feel. Embossing raises the area of a label to create a three-dimensional effect, adding both a visual and tactile element. It's the perfect way to highlight key features like logos or design elements. To achieve the perfect emboss, we need a die with the shape of the emboss and a counterforce, which is a negative image of the same shape. The material passes between the counterforce and the die. By pressing the two together, we break the fibres of the paper and create the shape we desire. Let's take a look at that on press. On this occasion, we're going to do the emboss without any print. The tool is loaded into the press and the pressure set and fine-tuned to get the very best in quality. As you can see, no colour has been used, but we are using light and shade to create movement in the design. There are different styles of embossing and debossing. Here we can see the representations of the main styles. The most simple of these is the single level emboss. This has square sides and is probably the most commonly used. It's most striking when you feel it. Rubbing your fingers across, they hit against those prominent ridges. Next, we have the rounded emboss, a softer, more curvaceous design element. It also works well when the light is reflecting off of it, as the light plays well off the changing angles. The multi-level emboss is mainly used when we're trying to create an illusion of hierarchy in the different elements. In this case, we've got more height on the logo and a little less height on the text. Now for my personal favourite, the faceted or rooftop emboss. Its name tells you everything you need to know. The way the light bounces off the two opposite sides is amazing, and the perception of height is visually mesmerising. The beveled emboss uses light and shade in the same way, but also gives you that strong, flat surface. Now for the debosses. The single level deboss is a square-sided excavation of the material. This is great in the hand, but gives a little less visually, while the beveled deboss uses the light to give us all the visual clues and invites us to feel the material. When it comes to the design, embossing can be used in a number of different ways, either in a standalone kind of way or by combining different styles. Here we see the embossing used to further lift the foiled area on the logo and the brand name. The designer has used a rounded or pillow emboss. The regular diamond pattern creates movement and enhances this elegant label. Using just a rooftop or faceted emboss on this label lifts the design and creates real on-shelf appeal. It's luxurious and pleasurable in the hand. Here is a wonderful example of combining effects. The brand has been beautifully highlighted using a rooftop emboss, whilst the background has added interest using a deboss, creating this wonderful, moody backdrop. Let's explore how to maximise the impact of your embossing. First, consider embossing as a powerful visual tool that also offers a delightful tactile experience. Studies show that a pleasant touch can boost retail sales by up to 30%. By creating visually striking embossed elements, you'll entice customers to pick up your product. Once in their hands, the tactile sensation will leave a lasting impression they can't resist. To achieve stunning results, opt for a thicker paper stock. These allow for greater embossing heights, adding more dimension to your design. The air within the paper fibres can be compressed when we press the die and the counterforce together. When designing your emboss, think about the overall effect. For the most dramatic results, consider separating bold areas and fine details onto different dies. This approach allows each element to shine at its optimal height, ensuring both delicate intricacies and bold statements are perfectly executed. Here's a pro tip: if your bottling process allows, consider using a plastic liner. As we push the limits of height for what's possible with an emboss, there is a chance the paper could tear. Plastic liners add integrity and allow us to push further and get more height. Always consult with your bottler to ensure this aligns with their capabilities. By keeping these factors in mind, you're setting yourself up for embossing success. Remember, every design choice is an opportunity to make your product stand out and create a memorable brand experience. At Label Apeel, we love helping our customers to create labels that don't just look amazing, but tell a whole story. With embossing and debossing, you have a whole other medium to play with and to mould to suit your purposes. If you want to know more, then just get in touch, as we've only scratched the surface in this short overview. Alternatively, register your interest in one of our on-site training days by visiting our website www.labelapeel.co.uk. I also want to take this opportunity to thank our partners Tomlinson Dyes for all their help in putting this short film together.